Hi, my name is Alexis. I'm a relationship counselor, and in this video I'm going to explain you how to heal from a breakup. A breakup is pretty much a traumatic experience for everyone, and if you feel like that, it's completely normal, and I will explain you the different steps, the different things you could be doing to heal quicker from that breakup.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
So first of all, is it really a failure? Most relationships fail. Bear with me, I'll explain you why you're probably not in that situation. Is your relationship any different? I have a quiz for you to know if you have any chance to get back with your ex, if it's what you want. I cannot statistically help all of you to get back with your ex. Again, you'll see next slide what I mean by that. But healing is the same mechanics, same stages, goes through the same processes. If you want to get back with your ex, in any case, you have to say goodbye to your previous relationship. So really what you have to understand right now is what's your definition of failure. We'll discuss at the end how to ensure that it is not a failure. A failure is something that you don't learn from, it's something that defines you in a wrong way. Breakup can be an opportunity for you to learn, for you to grow. And it is why this healing process is so important. You have to use that breakup and use it at your advantage. Now, whether you have any chance to get back with your ex or not, you can take the quiz that I put together in, it takes 2 minutes to complete. The link is in the description. It will assess whether you chance or not to get back with your ex. It's totally free, obviously. And you get a result with some tips along the way. If you have above 15, then you have a chance to get back with your ex. Otherwise, it's gonna be hard. We can still watch this video because it's gonna help you how you can heal from that breakup. So the path to find a new one. So what I mentioned that statistically, most relationship fails. This is the number, it's very common. The number of relationship statistically people have before they get married. So statistically, men need to have 8 long relationship, women 7 long relationship to feel comfortable and get married successfully. So statistically, most, 1 out of 8 or 1 out of 9 or 1 out of 8 relationship will succeed, will end up in marriage. Okay, and that's also what I assess in the quiz, is whether it's the right relationship or not. And that's why also I often say that it's harder for me to work with people who are young because they have less experience of relationships. Not that you can't marry someone that you met when you were in your 20s, but you have less background and you can't really compare. That's just a fact. So my techniques and my tips about how you can get back with your ex is more for people who are in their 30s and have been in few relationships before that, their previous relationships. In any case, again, if you want just to heal from this breakup, you can still watch this video. It's still very much relevant. So there's 4 major components to heal from a breakup: the emotions, the reflection, the time, and the support. So the emotions and the reflection are the drivers. What you have to do, basically. You have to manage your emotions and you have to reflect on that relationship. And then time and support really accelerate the process, really nurture the process. I'll explain you how, what, and why. Emotions. So a breakup is a roller coaster. Emotionally, it's a roller coaster. And we go through those emotions, all of us. Shock, anger, confusion, stress, loneliness, we're in denial, relief, all this kind of stuff. We have to go through all those emotions. And this is why sometimes it takes time. And this is why you can't heal in 1 day or 1 week. It's normal for people to go from one emotion to another, and we have to go through those emotions. It's very important because otherwise it's not a healing process. So accept that you'll be riding this roller coaster for a while. Sometimes it's long for people, sometimes it's short. I will explain you how to accelerate those stuff. But if those feelings are negative, like anger, they are still valid. You shouldn't suppress those emotions. you should make room for them. It's very important. That's what I do with my, when I have clients, we really look at those emotions. You know, as a counselor, my job is to really help you understand your emotions and use them, and rather than suppressing them. Okay, a lot of my clients are male clients and they're really struggling with their emotions. So it's really about how you can use that emotion at your advantage, acknowledging them. Rather than being your enemies, they are here with you, they are providing you signals. It's important for you to acknowledge them. It's quicker to heal from a breakup if you acknowledge your emotions than trying to ignore them. It's very important, because when you ignore them, you put them under the carpet and they grow and they grow and they grow. And at some point, some people, it explodes, right? And that's the only way eventually to move past them and move on. You have to really understand and accept those emotions, be comfortable with them. Also important to seek help to better manage those emotions. So if you know a therapist or a counselor already, well, have those discussions with that person of trust that you trust. If you want to get in touch with me and discuss, I'd be more than happy to help you out, discussing about these emotions and really helping you going through that roller coaster, but in a smooth way. Reflection is really important on this one. It's really about the what. Was it a one-sided relationship? Were you the only one caring, the only one investing, the only one affectionate? Were there any massive life, vision, value differences? What I mean by that is family-wise. Did you want to have kids and he didn't want to have kids? Were you the only one suggesting stuff? Were you a very active person? He was more of a at-home person. Basically, we're always going alone out, and he was making that relationship in balance. Maybe the lifestyle, maybe you want to live in the city, he or she wants to live in the countryside. All this kind of stuff that probably created that breakup. So really analyze those stuff. Really analyze whether these are the reasons of that breakup. Because the stuff that I listed are really, really hard to recover. It's really, really hard to recover because it shows that there's fundamentally an imbalance. There are some stuff that we can change, some stuff that we can adapt. If, for example, you value your ex more than your lifestyle, maybe you'll compromise and say like, okay, I'm okay to live in the countryside, but what does that mean for your job, for example? What does that mean for your friends, maybe your kids and stuff like that? So it's really important for you to reflect, is it really something that I can repair? Do I really want to repair? Right, that breakup is awful and I have those emotions, but really take the time to reflect whether it's something you can change, it's something you can amend, and it is really in line with your values, in line of what you want to do in your life. Remember that you are 50% responsible, they are 50% responsible. It takes two to break up. And of course, you're not perfect, nobody's perfect, and acknowledge that your ex isn't either. You know, you have to remove your ex from her or his pedestal, because if you reflect and do that work of understanding the drivers, the turning points, you know, when in that relationship, where were the things that created that friction? We have turning points in any relationship. What happened? If you look back, what were those moments, those events that created this resentment, that created that decision in your ex's mind to end the relationship? Emotion plus reflection. So this is the same for your ex. It's so important. If you think that you're the only one suffering, if you think that you're the only one reflecting about the past, well, it's the same for your ex. And so what you have to do to make that process also easier, and if you want to get back with your ex, really make those emotion and reflection working for you. In terms of emotion, don't make the breakup harder than it is. Don't be pushy, don't be dramatic, don't be harassing them. Remember that you can rebuild attraction. It starts with the emotions. So how can you rebuild that attraction? Right? It's not by being clingy or needy. Reflection, work to address those points. There were things in the relationship that were wrong. How and what are you doing today to fix those things? How do you want them to see you? It's really about perception. You were in love, you were married, you had kids, you had something strong. this thing disappeared. How can you bring it back? How can you bring it back and show to your ex that you're the same person and that you worked on those shortcomings that he or she mentioned during this relationship? Time, so one of the catalysts. This is how our brain is wired. We remember the good things. Negative emotions are short-term, while positive remain long-term. And it's a natural filtering process that we have in our brain. It's evolution, that's something that we got from evolution. However, there's something I want to be mindful is the trauma. So trauma is a negative experience, but actually we don't necessarily remember it. Sometimes it's in the subconscious. And we have that perception, we have this filter, we have this belief in our head. Things like, I don't trust men anymore. So be mindful of those stuff. Maybe that breakup wasn't so hard for you, but then what it means, it planted a seed in your head, thinking like, I can't trust men anymore. I'm not good enough. So be aware of those stuff, because when you don't address those kind of beliefs, next time you have a relationship, you're going to reproduce the same mistakes. So again, seek some help from people, from a professional, to help you out with those beliefs, how you can understand and change those beliefs, because they are based on your experience, on the negative experience, and they will affect your future relationships. You have to grieve that relationship if you want to get back with your ex. Regardless whether you want your ex or not, you have to grieve that relationship. Your previous relationship is dead. Your previous relationship is dead. What you have to do is to recreate a new one, perhaps with your ex, perhaps with someone else, but you have to go through that grieving process. You have to it's the only way for you to feel better and to reset emotionally. And then you can grow. It's the only way. And that's why it takes time. It's a process and it takes time, and you have to go through those phases, through those stages of understanding the emotion, accepting those emotions, negative and positive, reflecting on yourself, and with time, with the help of someone or a tribe to help you out, you get to grow. That's the beauty of a breakup. In a way, the way I see breakups for me is something beautiful. It's an opportunity for you to grow. It's an opportunity for you to be stronger. Not to prove them wrong necessarily. Some people are driven by that image that I'm going to prove them wrong. Well, you can, but you're doing it for you. Support. It is very important, that support. Treat yourself. Take care of yourself. It's the most important thing you can do right now. Do something new. Challenge yourself. Learn a new skill. Try meditation, hypnotherapy. So it's really an opportunity for you to, if you want to heal, if you want to feel better, it's really about how you can invest in yourself right now. So I'm not talking about necessarily counseling here. I'm talking about like being active, being social. Go for, buy you a massage or stuff like that. Treat yourself. You're the most important person in your life right now. Find your tribe, your support. It's also very important. Of course, you can heal on your own. It's like anything in life. You can do it on your own. And that's why you're watching my videos, because you want to learn on your own. And it's fine. It's fine. It's a bit harder. It's a bit longer. And you might fail your next relationship. So that's just a caveat. A lot of people are watching my videos. They are fine with it. They're happy and they can take those tips and bring them to their life. Some other people, they're struggling with it. For example, like I'm really struggling with sports, so I get help from people to help me do some sports. So we are different, and it's fine to seek help and get some support. Maybe you have a strong support system with your friends. Maybe you have friends who are therapists and counselors, so you can ask them for help. Maybe you don't, and it's fine if you don't. So, find your tribe, find your community who can help you out. I've also created the WhatsApp groups for people to ask questions with like-minded people who are in the same situation. And honestly, these WhatsApp groups are just like crazy in terms of interactions. So why don't you join one of our WhatsApp groups to ask any question, to understand how people went through that journey of healing after that breakup. Other thing you can do is you can give me a call if you want to have a chat. I have free calls in my diary if you want to connect, if you just want to have just a chat or ask any questions about my coaching or about how you can heal after that breakup. The link is in the description. Check check out the description. There's a lot of links for you to connect, for you to learn, for you to understand, and for you to feel better. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and to subscribe also to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
igetmyexback.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.